All right. So, one of the, I made a video about Donald Trump last week, and it wasn't a video about him. It just was a video addressing like the tariffs and stuff like that. How I felt like I was responsible for getting the tariffs on pause and all that. So the reason why I brought him up then was I wanted to address his level of stupidity, and I thought it was funny that I was watching a video of him talking about Joe Biden's stupidity, right? And he was literally talking like how I said about Donald Trump. I thought it was hilarious. The same way I talk, he talked. He literally was like, Joe Biden, that stupid man. And I'm gonna bring that joint up. I'm about to bring it up right now.
Fast forward to October 2024. Donald Trump is holding one of his last pre-election rallies with the media personality Tucker Carlson. As they near the end, Trump gets onto geopolitics.
We are a nation in very serious decline, and look at what these stupid people have done. They've allowed Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, and others to get together in a group. Biden united them. It's a shame. The stupidity of what they've done. I'm going to have to ununite them, and I think I can do that too. I have to ununite them.
Ununiting Russia and China. It's actually an idea that's been floating around for years. That under Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, Moscow and Beijing have become dangerously close. And that the smart play for the US right now is to try to pull them apart. It's a move that would carry strong vibes of that Nixon-Kissinger coup of the 1970s. But in today's world, it would be in reverse.
There's a lot of talk of a reverse Kissinger. This time, the overture would be to Moscow to move it away from its alignment with the People's Republic of China.
All right. So now that you see the video, you know what I'm talking about. So Donald Trump, him calling Joe Biden stupid is hilarious. There's many levels of reasons why. A lot of people, like I call Donald Trump stupid. And, I said that, Donald Trump is going to have to think another way, and he's going to have to because, I said that he's going to have to. And I'm going to address that. And I'm going to address also the video. I'm also going to address the video that I said because the video that I just put up there. Donald Trump, that's from like DW or something. It's from his 2004 campaign, but it's right before he ran last year, excuse me. And Donald Trump is addressing Joe Biden, and he's calling him stupid, right? And the thing is that Donald Trump is calling Joe Biden stupid, and yes, he's right. Joe Biden did some unbelievably stupid moves in the presidency. He made some moves that were so questionable that people really questioned his cognitive, his sanity. Now, a person questioning the president's sanity or any great leader or thinker's sanity, to me, I could care less what you think. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that most great thinkers' sanity will be questioned. This is a norm in people who are either in leadership positions or positions of world-changing positions. You have to be crazy to do shit that is noteworthy. I'm going to repeat it again. Because most of you people don't know what baseline is of sanity. Most of you people are bots in line. And when you meet somebody that is different, that is a different thinker, that moves at his own beat, first thing you want to do is say that person is crazy. Or that person is dangerous, a rebel, and stuff like that, right? So I understood what Donald Trump was saying, and I understood where he was addressing Joe Biden's stance. The problem with me with Joe Biden was he was the typical Democrat, business as usual, and that bothered me. And it bothered me when I saw it in Barack Obama too. And a lot of people don't understand, like, Barack Obama is a hero to me. I mean, literally a hero. The problem is people think that just because somebody's a hero, it doesn't mean that they're going to be flawless. Like when you see your parents and shit, and you start to question, like, damn, yo, that was wrong. Like you start to see things as you get older, the little mistakes that they made in, like raising you. Well, I looked at Barack Obama the same way. I address things that I see that I wouldn't do as a president. Not saying like I have the power to say that, because I don't. I'm not the president. Now I can run for presidency, since we just going to be hiring. I mean, since we all going to be electing motherfucking felons and shit, I guess I might as well run for presidency and shit. You mean I'm motherfucking more smarter than Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, this is a problem. This is a problem. Now, I call them stupid too. I call people stupid. I have no problem with calling you stupid or retarded and stuff like that. But if I call you stupid or retarded, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to help you. See, there's a difference between people who are on this planet that will call you stupid, retarded, and they are just saying that. They're not going to do nothing for you. Not one thing for you. Shit, I would call myself stupid. I do stupid things sometimes. I do some things sometimes that I'm not thinking about. I understand why a law does things like that. He makes some of us have to think irrational. Why? Because at that moment, irrational decision making is necessary. I'm going to repeat that again. At that moment, irrational thinking is necessary. Now, on the outside, it's going to seem like it's irrational. Like, you mean? But on the inside, you know exactly what you about to do. Consequences, strategy, the outcome, your life, your freedom, none of that shit matters at that moment. See, I would know that. I would know those type of thinkings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of the great thinkers understand that. A lot of the great thinkers had that. I could give you a whole screen full of lists of great thinkers that pioneered and trendsetted and path made on this earth. They were path makers on this earth, trailblazers. And those same people were persecuted in that lifetime for exactly what they path made. What they trailblazed. So, when people talk about people's sanity and stuff like that, I'll be wanting to sit with them like, damn, let's see where they going with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where they're going with that and see if it's true. Let's see if it's true. Because most people are afraid of what they don't understand. But yet they're going to tell me that they're tough. And see, that's a big problem to me. That's a big problem to me because at this point in my life, I have to look around and see who I have around me. Who do we have leading in my city? Who do you have leading in the neighborhood? Who do you have leading this country? You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like y'all got some real kind of questionable people leading this country, right? Even more concerning to me is that the one person I didn't think was questionable, like Barack Obama, if you really look at his presidency, it was questionable. And it was very much questionable even for us as African Americans. See, because they wouldn't allow me to be president because I'll go in there and start knocking all types of shit down. You know what I mean? But you need that. That's what Donald Trump just did. Donald Trump just went into the presidency and started knocking shit over. That needed to be done. And when I said that Donald Trump was stupid, I didn't mean he was stupid as far as what he was doing, as far as it being irrational. I meant it was stupid because of why he's doing it. So let me explain something to you about why you do something. I forget the name of it right now. I have a brain freeze. Intention. Excuse me. Let me explain something about intention to people. And this is why I know a little bit about this world even more now. Is that I watch people have terrible intentions into my life, and then they wonder why they got some of the worst karma out of it. Because I don't have bad intention. Why I'm still here and still doing well. I don't have bad intention, but they did. Now, I'm sure that a person looking at this joint that has a similar story or similar lifestyle can say the same thing. Like, yo, what did 50 Cent say? 3 weeks later, he shot me. 3 weeks later, he got shot down. Now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason, because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. That's a real thing. I'm not sure if people really understand it. That's a real thing. It's a real thing when you have a purpose here on this earth, and you have to serve your purpose. It's a real thing. That when people try to stand in your way, you run them over. It just is what it is. Do you have a soul power glowing in you that they can't stop? And yeah, it's going to be very intimidating to the people on the inside of them. It's going to be very intimidating to see somebody divine walking around this joint, especially when they know they're divine. It's intimidating. Their swag is intimidating. Their aura is intimidating. And the first thing a person do is they want to jump into they insecurities. I had many women that I dated that jumped right into the insecurities in the middle of dating them. Jump right in there. They want to live there now. Right in their own insecurities. It didn't matter what I did with them. It didn't matter how much I tried to, give them give them the password to my phone and stuff like that. Here comes their insecurities. So, you have a world of people like this. So when you see Donald Trump, you're going to have all the resistance in the world. Now, what Donald Trump doesn't understand, and maybe he does, because Donald Trump is resilient. Donald Trump's resilience is so banging. He needs to write a book just on that. Real rap, yo. His resilience, and now he's the president again, his resilience and redemption is crazy. We never had a felon president. Think about that. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old, 3 marriage failing, 50 business failing, 1 bankrupt, 2 bankruptcy. Like, Donald Trump has failed a lot. Well, most people that have businesses and shit like that, they failed a lot. But even with him failing a lot, he kept taking it on the chin and still kept coming. That should be respected. Not only should that be respected, but he should be given more, leeway a little bit, instead of the business as usual. Now, what Donald Trump is trying to do is he's trying to. Some people think he's trying to maintain power. I kind of think something similar to that. Most people like power. Power corrupts you automatic, like all the way, fully or whatever, totally or whatever. But Donald Trump is trying to get America out of its own problem. We have a problem, y'all. This is why I didn't like Barack Obama. Why I look back. Barack Obama kicked the 2008 housing crisis and banking crisis all the way up to 2025. He like, well, shit, if it ain't my generation, as long as I don't got to deal with it, it's okay. That's what everybody keeps doing. Nobody wants to clean up the mess. Everybody keeps kicking it to somebody else to clean it up. First of all, by the time it gets to a certain amount of generations, they can't clean it up. They don't even know how the fuck it got like that. Y'all done fucked this joint up so bad that y'all got to do radical decisions. Y'all got to do irrational things, decision making, So you're going to do something irrational, but you don't know what you're doing with the irrational. We got to be 100, 200-year thinkers like our forefathers were right now. Not no tomorrow, not no fucking next week, right now. Because what I said when the world was changing, I was dead serious. This world about to change, y'all. We're at more of a pivotal moment right now than we were in 2008. Actually, we're at a more pivotal moment than we have been probably at most recent history, maybe since World War II. And I'm going to give you a reason why, and I'm going to give you multiple reasons why. One, American hegemony is over. American hegemony is not only over, they say that our empire is dying. They're saying our empire is dying. The whole fucking empire. That means Social Security, Medicare, food stamps, all the type of shit that people get. We're talking about more than half the country, yo. That's a big deal. It's not that many business-minded people to take the places to try to push up this economy. That's a big deal. And y'all are so fucking scary and what do you call that, like hating and shit like that, hating and what do you call it, like fucking like I don't know what the word is, I forget the word, like discriminatory. Y'all so discriminatory that this is where we at. You're not going to give nobody, a chance to help push this country forward. Well, let me explain something to you about this country, because you see what you're doing to Donald Trump, right? Let me tell you something about this country that I know. This is a secret. It's more of an open secret, but I'm gonna tell you something that's a secret. You niggas don't understand this. This is why I said the world's changing. Here's a secret. This country is only as good as the lowest one of us. I'm going to repeat again, so that the people in the back can hear me. This country is only as good as the lowest of us. Americans are a family. Much as we don't want to be, we are one. That's the whole point of citizenship. We're a family, right? All right. So yeah, we may be an extended, estranged, or whatever that word is, family, but we're still a family. And the thing is that you're only as good as the lowest one of you. I don't care what nobody say. So when you're talking about, it's going to trickle down and shit like that, well, if it's never going to trickle, what has been trickling down for the last fucking 50 years? But piss and shit. You niggas ain't trickled down nothing to nobody. That shit ain't trickled down yet. And for real, that's the reason why our country is losing its empire. That's exactly the reason why. Now, Donald Trump has a fucking chance to do something and stamp his name in the fucking, like this. He has a chance to become the greatest president ever created. Ever created, yo. Better than George Washington. Better than Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln was thinking like this when he did this. When he freed the slave, Abe Lincoln was thinking just like this. But better than Abe Lincoln. Because we have a problem. Because when people start losing power and money, people start dying. You know that, right? People start dying. And I saw the bull, what's his name? This bull say, when America has a war of business, when all else fails, we're going to go to war. Donald Trump has a chance to make history. He has a chance to change everything about this world. And I'm gonna give you why I said the world gonna change, right? The reason why the Mahabharatas, why one of the, like Gog and Magog, or whatever you want to call it, that's in the Bible in the Old Testament, but the Mahabharatas has the same battle, the end of the world battle. So this world has been human beings have inhabited this world longer than just 5,000, 10,000 years, I think they try to say. We've been here longer, and I'm talking about like smart like us being smart type human beings, like whatever you call those type of people. And what we have done though is kept destroying this world over and over again and eliminating us, and God keeps on planting us back on this drum. Why is that? Well, because human beings are stupid. We so stupid. We stupid. We stupid. Human beings are stupid, and we're also very scary, right? So we're scary as shit, right? So, and then we're so selfish. We're so selfish that I think I'm the only person on this planet that's not that selfish, yo. Now, do I have selfish ways? I do. I do. Guess how my selfish ways has, I'm more selfish towards myself than I am towards other people. That's very truthful. Where I'm more selfish to myself, which means that the people who was hurt, my family, my daughter, things like that, than I was towards other people. We're almost like how Jesus was. Jesus didn't have a family neither. Why? Because he was selfish towards himself. He was selfish towards himself. He did more for his community or his followers and stuff like that, and he had nothing to give to his family. Where y'all are the other way around. But let me tell you that you're not the other way around. You think you giving to your kids, and you're not. You're not giving to y'all people. Definitely not giving to your kids, and I can prove it to you. Y'all are one generation away from climate change. Y'all can deny it if you want. That's a beautiful thing to deny something that's right in front of your face. The train's not coming. Oh no. Then you wake up in heaven and shit, or wherever. Then you got the denying it is perfect. I mean, you can deny it, still coming. Then you got your deniers of all types of other stupid shit, like us destroying. We destroy stuff. Our consumerism is destructive. Everything about human beings have become almost extremely destructive. So, what is that? Because people gonna say, yo, bro, you looking at the world wrong and you should think positive and shit like that. Okay, what did I say that was wrong? I mean, yeah, you could say the glass is half empty. You could say the glass is half filled. It doesn't matter. We have half a fucking cup of water or whatever's in it, period. Whether it's half empty or half full, it's half a cup. It's simple as that. However you want to look at it, it's only half a fucking cup. So we got to make best of what we're going to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Not destroy the cup and fuck the water up too. Like, I mean, come on, y'all. And that's what you see with the world now, with like the way we think. Now, when I said about Donald Trump, and that's what happened with Gog and Magog, people got so big in the war. People got so big with each other that their own selfishness and fears and those type of insecurities and stuff like that caused them to destroy each other. And they destroyed each other in the process. Like when they went to war, because the weapons that they were using were like nuclear weapons. They talk about this in the Mahabharatas and the Veda text. I'm gonna bring it up. They talked about nuclear war, y'all. So when people say, well, they didn't have nukes before, they talked about nuclear war, and they can carbon date it in some of the rocks, in some of the rocks in Syria back then when we went to war in Iraq. They started doing tests on them Jones, and you can see that we had a nuclear war back then before on this earth. Plus, we got nuclear material on this earth. How you think we get the fucking nuclear material? With enriched uranium and all that. We have those type of uraniums, like uranium-237 and shit like that, and plutonium something 335, whatever that shit is. I'll bring them up too. So we have those type of things that the ground itself enriches, or other power plants enrich, because we don't really know. We know that we had nuclear war, so those people enriched it, or people in quotation marks, because I don't know what to call them people. But the point is, and that's another thing. We get so stuck on like, oh, the name of God and things like that. God is God. God gonna always be God, no matter what you call him. Y'all wouldn't know that. Because you so caught up on like little shit that you'll kill somebody for something that small. You know what I found out watching like court shows and shit like that, like the dumbass shit, or my case? I'm sitting in courtroom, y'all more worried about somebody walked across the street wrong and shit like that. But the bitch is clearly lying up there. You never talked about the fact that she lied the whole time. You stuck on one thing when you could clearly see a pattern of lies. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. So, I mean, my thing is like, if you're going to be stuck on something that has nothing to do with the case, and I could bring up even other things, people be stuck on shit that has nothing to do with nothing. This don't got nothing to do with the price of rice in China. Nothing to do with it. Y'all so stuck on like the little silly shit that you haven't changed. You haven't done anything that's going to benefit. That it's not going to benefit. This ain't going to benefit. Who is going to benefit? See, that's how selfish this world has gotten. That this ain't going to benefit nobody. And that's what happened with me. They was pushing me down, sent me in jail 5 years for a fucking case that don't even hold 5 years. They offered me 27 months. I told them, suck my dick. Like anybody else would tell them if you are fucking innocent. I sat there another 27 months. 32 months to be exact. So to explain to y'all how fucking burnt out this place has gotten, there goes one of them. I'll bring the paper up. I'll show you what my lawyer gave to me. I told him to suck my dick. I told him to suck my dick and I fired him. But like I said, I'm bring that paper up, that correspondence. People have gotten so selfish. We're supposed to put other people the same way we would put ourselves, the same way we would put our children. We're supposed to put other people. No, wrong. You put yourself first. And for real, if you really want to look at the economy in America right now, the baby boomers hold all the wealth. That's shit that people don't want to talk about. But the baby boomers hold all the wealth. Or majority of it. Think about that for a second. These the same people we supposed to be taking care of. They don't even trust us enough to put us on. I don't know who to blame with that. Them or ourselves. Because there is blame that we still have to take too. That they're so untrustworthy that they don't want to give up the power, and we are so untrustworthy that we haven't convinced them to. Or not untrustworthy, but whatever. Like, whatever. It don't matter. You get it. So now, this is what we got. We have this type of thing. Donald Trump can change that. Donald Trump can go to China and Russia and tell them, yo, we're done. We're done with these borders. We're done with this fucking war shit, this military shit, all this dumbass shit. Because you know what happens eventually with the military shit and all that dumbass shit? People be willing to die. Look at me. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I'm willing to kill and die. So when you see people like that, you gotta address those people regularly, because you know that person. You can't fucking intimidate that person. How the fuck you gonna intimidate a person that's willing to kill and die? You look at Russia. What are they willing to do? Kill and die? They've been killing and dying. China, maybe not. But we're going to convince them to. If they try to invade Taiwan, if we push them into a corner. So this is what I'm saying, yo, stop with the fucking, we got to stop. Donald Trump, stop listening to them people. That deep state shit and all them people up there with Adelson and all them shit. Man, send them packing, yo. Send them on their fucking way, yo. Donald Trump, yo. Send them on their way, yo. You are our president. Simple as that. You're our president. That's why I said you were stupid, because you're making the decision, you know, that is more them and not you. It's over, Donald Trump. It's over. All that American hegemony and shit like that, all that discrimination shit, all that we don't need black people shit. We can have black people and white people over here, black people over. That shit over. We got to start looking at the world in a whole nother light. And yeah, it may sound radical. I don't even give a fuck. It may sound crazy. It don't even fucking matter. You know what's crazy? Blowing up the earth with the dumb shit, with the nuke shit and all that shit. That's just as crazy. So I'd rather have this crazy than that crazy, right? Well, I'm telling y'all, it's going to change. It's going to have to. It's going to change. That's why I said that. That's why I said that. And that's also why I question, you know, his like him being the stupid and all that. Because it's going to have to change. And he knows that. That's why he's doing, you know, the tariffs and stuff like that. He knew that. He knew it, but he could look right at it. He's the president. He can see all the shit. He got the top clearance. He looking right at the shit. It's got to change. It has to change, yo, and our reality is going to have to shift, and it's going to change anyway. Once we start cooperating with each other without all the dumbass shit and all the dumbass border shit and all that type of shit, and start looking at people regularly, because first of all, half the people not going to want to live in cities. The other half, I'm ready to get out my own damn city. I hate this place so much. I mean, I love my city. I do love my city, but people are just look at what we're dealing with. I said the high school shit. So, you know, nobody wants to be in the middle of that type of warfare. Nobody wants to be in the middle of that type of stupid shit. That to me, that's silly shit for no reason. It's silly shit for no reason. I've never been a person to do shit for no reason. I seen it in jail the whole time I was in that joint. I'm like, look at these people. They must be bored. Ain't that a shame? You know how beautiful life is? You know I missed most of my daughter's life? You know, y'all got the game fucked up, man. People been out here blessed as a motherfucker, yo, and y'all took advantage of it and didn't gain nothing from it. But idol worshiping, God hating, and all types of stupid shit. So, you know, Donald Trump has to change that. And America, people gonna listen to America. People gonna listen to America because we're America. So they're gonna listen to America. Our brand is stamped already. And we have to change it. And it's gotta be us. So Donald Trump, make the right decision. Knock them borders down. Throw away them fucking weapons. And tell them niggas, yo, we gonna have to restructure this joint. We gonna put this joint together, yo. All of us. Not just you, not in y'all, just us three, and none of that shit what you trying to do, which I think you might try to do with the China, I mean, no, fuck that too. No, everybody, Africa, Philippines, all that, everybody. Everybody's contributing to the system, period. All that other shit is out the way. All that other shit, you gotta stop that. We gotta stop that, period. And the only person that's gonna be able to have the power and the authority to do it is us. So, Donald Trump, be the person to save the world. Be the person that's crazy enough to save the world.